Hello and welcome. You're watching the Tuesday edition of This Is Exclusive with me, Shavan Sen. Ladies and gentlemen, we put the spotlight on Baba Siddique's murder case, a sensational murder case. The Lutyens media for the longest time has been selling this entire narrative that this was the handiwork of Lawrence Bishnoi. And there is no real angle. The reality is this. Over the last 7 days, Republic has been highlighting that the real dispute, the real murder motive stems from an SRA project, a slum rehabilitation project in the heart of Mumbai, a 20,000 crore project. Is there a political rivalry? All these that are now being looked into by the Mumbai police. But for the first time ever, Baba Siddique's son, Zeeshan Siddique, who all this while had been taking to Twitter and once again highlighting the fact that the real story is yet to come out. Tonight, for the first time, he has spoken out. Before we take you through the details of the investigation that we have carried out, first take a look at the headlines we're tracking at this hour.
भी है वो सबके सामने देखिए सच जो है वो कभी भी छुपता नहीं है और मेरे घर में मेरे पिताजी मेरे साथ नहीं है तो इससे ज़्यादा दुख तो हमारे परिवार को हो नहीं सकता है.
After his cryptic tweets, Zeeshan Siddique has now spoken out for the first time. Prime Minister Modi holds bilateral talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin, reiterates message of peace to resolve Russia-Ukraine war. An altercation breaks out between Trinamool Congress parliamentarian and BJP parliamentarian in Waqf JPC meet. Trinamool Congress parliamentarian Kalyan Banerjee injures himself. Ekta Kapoor, mother Shobha, booked under POCSO Act for objectionable scenes in Old Balaji's Gandhi Bath. Now Mumbai police sends them a notice. After insulting Sanatan Dharm, Stalin's son, Udayanidhi Stalin, remains defiant, says will not apologize. It's turning out to be this year's most sensational murder case. We're talking about Bollywood-linked man Baba Siddique. Remember, he was shot outside Zeeshan Siddique's office in the heart of Mumbai. And thereafter, you've had a section within the media and perhaps the Mumbai police also planting the story that this was the handiwork of Lawrence Bishnoi. While there is absolutely no doubt that this was a case of contract killing, but who exactly gave the contract? And what's the dispute all about? Is it about political rivalry? Is it about business rivalry? And whether at all this stems from a slum rehabilitation project, a multi-crore slum rehabilitation project. Reality is this, that even his son, Zeeshan Siddique, who all this while has taken to a social media platform and been hinting at the real story is yet to be out. Sources essentially indicating that in the next few days, in all likelihood, Zeeshan Siddique will be coming out with the truth. What he essentially believes is the reason, the real reason for the death of his father. But right from day one, ladies and gentlemen, here on Republic TV, we have been telling you that it is way beyond Lawrence Bishnoi, and it happens to be just a decoy. The reality is that this is far bigger than what meets the eye. In fact, for the first time ever, Zeeshan Siddique has now spoken out. Listen.
Do you believe?
जो भी है वो सबके सामने देखिए सच जो है वो कभी भी छुपता नहीं है. जो भी सच्चाई है वो सबके सामने जरूर आएगी और इसके लिए हम जरूर लड़ाई करेंगे. जो हमारे पास प्रश्न है हम कर रहे हैं पुलिस के साथ.
After his explosive cryptic tweets, Zeeshan Siddique has just dropped a bombshell. Only Republic has spoken to Zeeshan Siddique with the hard-hitting questions no other Lutyens media dared to ask. And under our relentless pressure, Zeeshan cracked. revealing explosive yet cryptic details. The truth is on the verge of detonation, and no one can bury it now. Watch this unmissable exclusive with the son of the fallen NCP giant, Baba Siddique, grieving but ready for revenge.
ये जो पूरा मसला है, क्या लगता है आपको इसके पीछे सारे डिस्प्यूट?
देखिए, हमें खुद मेरी और मेरे परिवार को थोड़ा समय चाहिए इसके कोप करने के लिए, और इसीलिए मैं आपको पहले भी कहा है कि मैं आपके पास जो मुझे जब जवाब मिलेंगे तब मैं आपको जवाब दूंगा. जो हमारे पास प्रश्न हैं हम कर रहे हैं पुलिस के साथ, और जब मैं बेहतर स्टेट में होऊंगा मैं आपसे ज़रूर इसके बारे में बात करूँगा.
लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग, क्या लगता है?
कुछ पता ही नहीं है. देखिए, जो भी है वो सबके सामने, देखिए सच जो है वो कभी भी छुपता नहीं है, और मेरे घर में मेरे पिताजी मेरे साथ नहीं है, तो इससे ज़्यादा दुख तो हमारे परिवार को हो नहीं सकता है. मगर जो भी सच्चाई है वो सबके सामने ज़रूर आएगी, और इसके लिए हम ज़रूर लड़ाई करेंगे.
पुलिस के मुताबिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन कहाँ तक पहुँची है?
वो आप उनसे पूछिए.
Republic brings you nothing but the hard truth. And today we are one step closer to cracking the sinister murder mystery of Baba Siddique. While the Lutyens media runs its circus, distracting the nation with the Bollywood Bishnoi farce, Republic is the only channel relentlessly pursuing the real story. Because this case cuts through the lies, far beyond the smokescreen pushed by the Lutyens lobby. As Zeeshan Siddique himself has been hinting, his father died protecting the powerless, and this case is far deeper than anyone imagines. It has nothing to do with the manufactured Bishnoi-Bollywood distraction. The truth is far more dangerous, and Republic Deep investigation is closing in on it.
Well, in fact, we'll take you through the series of social media posts that Zeeshan Siddique has put out in the last few days, and that perhaps will give you the larger picture. Why Baba Siddique's son himself perhaps does not believe that this is just simply the handiwork of Lawrence Bishnoi, and the possible murder motive is still not out as yet. In fact, let me also go across to my colleague Akhil, who's spoken to Baba Siddique's family members to piece together why the family themselves do not believe that this is not just the only reason, and it's way beyond that. Akhil, first to you. The number of people that you have spoken to, perhaps we cannot name all of them at this point in time because they're not comfortable revealing their name. Just give us a snapshot of what you have been able to pick up after speaking to several of Baba Siddique's family members and close aides.
Well, Shravan, if you see, we have been relentlessly covering this story, and while we have been speaking to the close members of Baba Siddique family, they are suggesting that there could be a Sare angle that could be behind this potential murder. When we have been speaking to his brother, Baba Siddique's brother as well, and other family members, they are suggesting that if you see, they have shared, even Zeeshan Siddique has shared some cryptic posts on social media, which include, if you say, "Hum to dariya hain, samandar में मिल जाएंगे." This is what Zeeshan Siddique posted. हम तो दरिया हैं, समंदर में मिल जाएंगे, तुम कहाँ जाओगे दुनिया में अंधेरा करके. Another tweet of Zeeshan Siddique, if you see, बुज़दिल डराया करते हैं अक्सर दिलेर को, बुज़दिल डराया करते हैं अक्सर दिलेर को, धोखे से मार जाते हैं गीदड़ और बिशेर को. So this is what Zeeshan Siddique has tweeted. Apart from that, Shravan, if you see, Zeeshan Siddique has been constantly saying that his father was a lion. His father basically fought a long battle. His father was a symbol for courage and perseverance. This is what Zeeshan Siddique has been saying, and he further reiterated saying that his blood runs through his veins, so he will continue this fight, and he has taken his position now, and he will continue his fight, what basically his father stood for. So at this point in time, if you see, Zeeshan Siddique has not come out in open, but he has given certain statements through social media, and he has exclusively spoken to Republic TV, in which he has said that he will continue his fight against those who are trying to silence him. So he is battle hardened, but he's saying that he is ready and he will continue to this fight. But apart from that, if you talk about the second angle, which is the investigation part, while we have been speaking to the Mumbai Police Crime Branch team, so far they have arrested 10 people in connection with the case. But Shravan, if you see 3 key people in connection with the case, Shiv Kumar, who is yes, Shravan.
Akhil, I'll just request you to hold on right now before we take our viewers through the detailed investigation that was being carried out by you and my colleague Meenakshi. We're going to put out the second part of our investigation in a short while from now. But once again, let's just play out that first response that came in from Zeeshan Siddique. In fact, Zeeshan Siddique clearly indicating that the fight is not over. He is going to find out the truth. He says that he has spoken to the Mumbai Police Commissioner on this entire issue. Listen in to that brief conversation that Zeeshan had with my colleague Akhil a short while back.
ये जो पूरा मसला है, क्या लगता है आपको इसके पीछे ये सारे डिस्प्यूट?
देखिए, हमें खुद मेरी और मेरे परिवार को थोड़ा समय चाहिए इसके कोप करने के लिए, और इसीलिए मैं आपको पहले भी कहा है कि मैं आपके पास जो मुझे जब जवाब मिलेंगे तब मैं आपको जवाब दूंगा. जो हमारे पास प्रश्न हैं हम कर रहे हैं पुलिस के साथ, और जब मैं बेहतर स्टेट में होऊंगा मैं आपसे ज़रूर इसके बारे में बात करूँगा.
लॉरेंस बिश्नोई गैंग, क्या लगता है?
कुछ पता ही नहीं है. देखिए, जो भी है वो सबके सामने. देखिए, सच जो है वो कभी भी छुपता नहीं है, और मेरे घर में मेरे पिताजी मेरे साथ नहीं है, तो इससे ज़्यादा दुख तो हमारे परिवार को हो नहीं सकता है. मगर जो भी सच्चाई है वो सबके सामने ज़रूर आएगी, और इसके लिए हम ज़रूर लड़ाई करेंगे.
मुंबई पुलिस के मुताबिक इन्वेस्टिगेशन कहाँ तक पहुंची है?
वो आप उनसे पूछिए. थैंक यू.
Well, the big takeaway really coming in from that brief conversation that Zeeshan Siddique has had. Number one, he clearly points out the fact that the truth is yet to come out. In fact, he says that he is already in touch with the Mumbai Police Commissioner in this entire issue, and he will be coming out in the open to speak about the truth in a short while from now. Akhil, a quick brief on the investigation that has been carried out so far.
Well, Shravan, if you see, the Mumbai Police Crime Branch team has so far arrested 10 people in connection with the case. But the main accused, who is one of the key shooters in this case, Shiv Kumar, he is still absconding. So there are 15 different teams formed by the Mumbai Police Crime Branch team who is still looking at Shiv Kumar. Apart from Shiv Kumar, if you see Shubham Lonkar is one of the key conspirators who basically gave money to those suspected shooters. So Shubham Lonkar is still at large. Shubham Lonkar's brother, Mr. Praveen Lonkar, is in police custody right now till October 26. And apart from that, the third key person who is still absconding has been identified as Zeeshan Akhtar. Zeeshan Akhtar is someone who is basically a link between those shooters and the persons who was basically providing money for killing Mr. Baba Siddique. So once these 3 key accused, Mr. Shiv Kumar and Shubham Lonkar and Zeeshan Akhtar, these 3 will be identified, then it will be clear, then the entire picture will be clear that what actually led to the entire incident. Yes, Shravan, back to you in the studio.
Well, thank you very much, Akhil. I'll request you to stay on. Let's play out the second part of our investigation, where it all started, and why Mumbai police essentially indicating that that's the prime focus right now. We're talking about a multi-crore project in the heart of Mumbai. 20,000 crore rupees, that's what the cost of the project is all about. 5,500 family members likely to be housed in that very project. In fact, Zeeshan Siddique was booked by the Mumbai police in the month of August for obstructing those who were trying to carry out a survey of that very area. In fact, my colleague Meenakshi spoke to a cross-section of people who were affected by this particular project, and they say that they do not believe that Baba Siddique was killed by Lawrence Bishnoi, and they say that the truth is yet to be out. Take a look at this detailed investigation, and then I'll go across to my colleague Meenakshi, who's joining us from the very spot which is now becoming the biggest dispute area. Well, in fact, before I play out that report, let me just once again bring in my colleague Meenakshi, who's been there at that very spot. The place which is now being redeveloped in Mumbai. In fact, we're talking about 2 projects that have been brought together. And these 2 projects have been given to a political rival. And many believe that there was a growing discord between Baba Siddique and his political rival over this entire project. Take a look at this detailed report.
Zeeshan, do you believe there was...
These very faces on your screen, yes, these are the same people Zeeshan alluded to in his cryptic tweet. Remember, just 5 days after his father's brutal assassination, Zeeshan sent out a message, cryptic but loaded with pain and purpose.
बाबा सिद्दीकी के सरकार जो है गरीब लोगों का घर बचाने के लिए हम लोग का साथ दिया था और ये जो मर्डर हुआ ये तो हम सपने में नहीं सोचे थे कि बाबा सिद्दीकी सरकार ऐसा हो जाएगा ये झोपड़पट्टी के जिंदगी झोपड़पट्टी के लिए लेकिन बेचारे ने हमारे लिए जान गंवाया और ये जो नाम बता रहे ये सब गलत है इनके हत्या तक जाओ कि वो आरोपी मिल जाएंगे.
And today, Republic's deep dive has torn through the lies, the shallow Google journalism by the Lutyens media. Let's be clear, this was no petty gangland execution. This had nothing to do with Salman Khan. This was far beyond the Bishnoi gang. This cold-blooded murder stemmed from a dirty fallout in a high-stakes real estate deal. A deal that Siddique's family held dear. Every sign, every hint points to one thing. The slum redevelopment project, a project that cost Baba Siddique his life. Before we reveal the dark underbelly of this project, hear the voices of those he died fighting for. The poor, the voiceless, who Baba Siddique sacrificed his life to protect. Listen closely.
बाबा सिद्दीकी आप लोगों के साथ खड़े थे, आपके साथ फाइट कर रहे थे, तो आपको क्या लगता है कि इस वजह से उनका जान गया?
इस वजह से उनका जान गया और उनको हम लोग को ये करने के लिए उनको मारा.
अच्छा, हाँ. ऐसा क्यों लग रहा है आपको?
लगता नहीं, 100% है, यही है इसलिए रीजन है उनको.
तो कैसे फाइट कर रहे थे वो आप लोगों के साथ खड़े थे?
गरीब लोग के साथ में मिलजुल के बोलते थे तुम डरो मत हम तुम्हारे साथ में हैं. कोई जबरदस्ती सर्वे नहीं करेंगे किसको यहाँ से भागाएंगे नहीं. उसके बाद अगर कुछ भी होगा तो मैं बिल्डर से जाके मिलता हूँ उसको पूछता हूँ तुमको बिठाता हूँ और मैं बात करता हूँ ये नवरात्र के बाद.
The slum redevelopment project at the heart of this controversy sits in the heart of Mumbai, Bandra. A massive 7.5 million square feet set to swallow a 44-acre slum area. Baba Siddique, the man they called Bandra's real estate king, and his son Zeeshan stood firmly against the SRA project. They didn't just object, they fought, demanding transparency for the voiceless slum dwellers. They even halted the survey of the slum colony, a stand that led to them being booked for obstructing SRA officials, but they didn't flinch. And who stood to gain? Two real estate giants bagged this mega contract. But Baba Siddique, who fought tooth and nail for the rights of the poor, paid the ultimate price. On the night of October 12th, he was gunned down in cold blood fighting for those who had nothing. This wasn't just a murder. This was a battle for the survival of the downtrodden. And Baba Siddique gave his life in that battle.
Let me also go across to my colleague Meenakshi, who has spoken to those who were affected because of this project, and they believe that this is not the case of or handiwork of Lawrence Bishnoi, but the reality is that it is stemming from a political rivalry. Meenakshi, just give us a sense of this entire project and the fact that this was granted by MMRDA to a rival company. What more are you picking up in terms of the role of Zeeshan? Zeeshan, who was fighting for the slum dwellers in that very area.
Shravan, remember the post of Zeeshan, where he said, "My father lost his life protecting lives and homes of poor people." He posted into it. After that, the question, main question is now that are they poor people are resident of Sant Dhyaneswar Nagar? Are they Sant Dhyaneswar Nagar resident for whom Baba Siddique was fighting? And the main reason behind Baba Siddique's murder, they are saying resident of Sant Dhyaneswar Nagar, they are saying main reason is SRA project. We all know what is the SRA project now. And they are saying he was fighting for transparency in survey of SRA project. And he fought for them, he stood with them, and Zeeshan and Baba Siddique has done a meeting on March where they went to this place where all the residents of Sant Dhyaneswar Nagar gathered, and they have done a meeting. And after that, Sant Dhyaneswar Nagar residents are saying they got threatened by some builders. The main question they are raising is what is the main reason behind Baba Siddique's murder? Is there is a SRA project? They are saying we are now in danger. They are scared. Those who I have spoken yet, they scared. They are saying we all have to say, we all want to say something, but there are some builders for those we can't say very much, because there is a threatening of their life, and they are saying this project is on danger. And Zeeshan Siddique and Baba Siddique stopped the survey because this survey was illegal, and they were saying, Baba Siddique was saying, we always support you, and we will be there with you. But now they are saying Baba Siddique was God for us. Now who will speak for us? Who will fight for us? Because they are nobody who will fight for us. Then they already trying to meet Zeeshan Siddique for this this project, and they are saying the developer visited so many times in this Sant Dhyaneswar Nagar. There are 5,000 people live in Dhyaneswar Nagar, Sant Dhyaneswar Nagar. Several visitors went there and aiming to redevelop it, but there is no there is nothing as of now.
Well, the unanswered question, who exactly is threatening those who are living in that very area? Who is the builder that the residents are referring to? All of this now part of the investigation that is being carried out by the Mumbai police. The real story yet to come out. In fact, Zeeshan Siddique, in all likelihood, would be coming out with a major revelation in the days to come. Well, that's all that we could pack in this edition of This Is Exclusive. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time with more exclusive stories.